Hello everyone, I'm Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Quradi 273385. So today I will tell you about the introduction. First, we will go to the background of the study. Portuguese language subject is one of the most famous subjects that Portuguese students learn in school. This is because they want to obtain more understanding about this language, they want to communicate with the other people, and also they want to share their emotion with the other people. As we know that Portuguese education level has been increased over the last decade, but the number of the failure rates among the students also keep rising. There might have some factors that contribute to the high failure in this subject. So we will go to the objective of the study. First, we want to analyze the relationship between the student set and their grades in Portuguese language subject. Second, we want to analyze the influence of internet accessibility on students' grade in Portuguese language subject. Third, we want to analyze the impact of the student current health status on their grades in Portuguese language subject. The fourth, we want to analyze the relationship between students' enrollment in extracurricular activities and their grades in Portuguese language subject. And lastly, we want to analyze the impact of the students' weekly study to their average grade in Portuguese language subject.
It's Jiang Hui and I will continue for methodology part. To collect data, we first identify our aim of study, which is to measure factors influencing students' performance on Portuguese language subject in high school. We retrieve our dataset from user machine learning repository, which we consider it as secondary data because the questionnaire and school reports was collected by other researchers before. So basically, it contains responses from 150 students together with the attributes based on their achievement in school. To give meaning to the dataset, we compare students' attributes with their grades. Basically, there are student sex, students' age, mother's and father's job, study time, absence, grades, travel time, activities, internet, romantic, and also health status. As you can see, this is the detail for the attributes. There are 14 of it. And for qualitative data, there are only nominal and ordinal. And quantitative, there are only ratio scale. To help with our study, we use SPSS and also Microsoft Excel because SPSS makes us easier to find central tendency from ungrouped raw data that we have collected, and Excel helps us to produce a graphical presentation. Then now we proceed to data analysis and result. As you can see here, the mode of student sex is female, when females constitute of 53% from the total. While for student age, the mode is 15 years old because it constitutes already half of it, and followed by 16, 17, 18, and 19 years old. For the mother's and father's job, as you can see from the graph given, the highest three are other sectors, services sector, and also teacher. While for health and at home, there are least enrollment from the parents of the students. Also, we have analyzed on the travel time from home to school as well, and the mode for travel time is less than 15 minutes, as you can see from the pie chart. It constitutes already 69% from the total, followed by 15 to 30 minutes, 30 minutes to 1 hour, and also more than 1 hour. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, Doctor. I'm Loisian, matrix number 273765, and I will present about the analysis related to the topic. Firstly, the analysis is to measure the relationship between the student sex and their grades. From the table and box plot above, we found that the males perform better than female in grade 1. This is because the male achieved a higher median, which is 12.11, than female, which is 12.08. Besides, the interquartile range for females is amounted to 3, which indicates that the data spreading from the median for female is larger as compared to male, which is only 2. To further support, the standard deviation for male is 2.148, lower than females, which is 2.459, showing that the data dispersion in male is smaller. In short, males perform better than female in grade 1. Next, the analysis is to measure the influence of internet accessibility on student grades. Firstly, the mean for students who join extracurricular activities is 12.14, higher than the students who did not join extracurricular activities, as they only achieve a mean of 11.76. Secondly, the students who involved in extracurricular activities get a standard deviation of 1.891, which is lower than those who do not have internet access at home, which is 2.006. It means that the data dispersion for the grade 2 of students who with no internet access at home is larger. Moreover, the bar chart also shows that the most is students with internet access at home, and those students achieve a mean of 12.14 indicates that they have a better performance. To conclude, students with internet access at home achieve better performance in grade 2. Thirdly, the analysis is to measure the impact of student health level to their grades. From the data analysis and result, we found that the health level will not affect student achievement in grade 3. This is because the highest means is from poor current health status, which is 12.93, while students with excellent current health status achieve the lower means, which is 12.04. Besides, the median and standard deviation, which is approximately to 12 and 2 respectively, show the data having no much differences. Therefore, current health status will not affect student achievement in grade 3. Fourthly, the analysis is to measure the relationship between the student enrollment in extracurricular activities and their grades. From the table and box plot above, we found that the students who join extracurricular activities achieve a higher median and mean, which is 12.61, as compared to the students who did not involve in extracurricular activities, as they achieve a lower mean and median, which is 12.09. So, the students who join extracurricular activities perform better than the students who do not join extracurricular activities.
I am Vivian Polician and I will continue on the analysis of relationship between students' weekly study time and their average grade in Portuguese language subject. From the bar chart, the students who study from 5 to 10 hours weekly obtain the highest mean on their average grade, which is 12.73. The standard deviation is the lowest, which is 1.7595, indicates that the dispersion of average grade of the students is the lowest. Next, the students who study less than 2 hours a week got the lowest mean grade, which is 11.82. It is followed by the students who study more than 10 hours per week with the mean of 11.91. Hence, we can conclude that the students with appropriate weekly study time can achieve good grade. Moving to the conclusion. Conclusion, the performance in Portuguese language subject by students is important for them in their daily life and future education. Hence, this study is carried out to determine the factors that affect the students' performance on the Portuguese language subject. From the secondary data retrieved, we can know that most of the data is qualitative, which is nominal and ordinal scale. Also, there are quantitative data with ratio scale. Based on this data, we have done analysis which can be categorized to respondent profile analysis and analysis that related to the topic. For the respondent profile analysis, we have analyzed the respondent sex, age, father job, mother job, and their travel time from home to school. As the result of the analysis, sex, internet accessibility at home, involvement in extracurricular activities, and weekly study time will affect the students' performance in Portuguese language subject. Male can perform better than female. Students with internet access can perform better than students without internet access. Students involved in extracurricular activities can perform better than students that not involved in extracurricular activities. And lastly, students with appropriate weekly study time can perform better than those who study too long or too short per week. On the other hand, the current health status do not affect the performance of the students. In a nutshell, it is important for us to study the factors that affect the students' grade on the Portuguese language subject to improve the students' performance of the subject. This is because the students can enhance their performance of the subject after identifying the factors that make them not performing well and therefore make improvement on this factor. Thank you.